Good afternoon, good evening. It's 6:30 on, what day is it? Let's turn this off a sec.
The 11th.
The 11th of July. And we're going to Trelisk Hospital in Truro. Maybe this is a false alarm. I'm not going into labour, but I've had a funny vision thing today. So I was on my laptop and in the sun, maybe a bit too much, maybe too much in bright light, and I had a very strange vision experience. I've never had that before. It was flashing kind of C-shaped, blues, reds, text. It was very strange. I think it's just because I was looking at my computer for too long and I'd been sat in the sort of sunshine of the window seat. But I rang triage because you should ring them basically about anything that's going on with you if you are this pregnant. I'm 37 weeks plus how many? 4?
4. Yeah.
They always advise that you ring triage if anything happens, and I have had a few like vision disturbances in my pregnancy. I've had like starry eyes. They've tested me for things like preeclampsia and high blood pressure, which I don't have. My blood pressure is normal, and they tested me for all sorts and everything's normal. But I'm vlogging it because I know enough about pregnancy and birth that things can happen. So I might just be next at home and go, yeah, I come out the hospital and I'm totally fine, urine sample fine, blood pressure fine, but I don't know.
I think this is just a ruse to get me to drive you to Pizza Hut.
Very good. Yeah, I think we'll be in and out. It's just a bit inconvenient because Truro, it's just like one of those things. At the end of the day, I was like just finishing my work and then that happened and I was like, oh good.
Yeah, you were saying, oh, we should go to the beach.
Yeah, we were going to go to the beach and go for a swim because it's so hot.
Instead, we're doing this because you're too impatient not to ring the triage and just wait. Wait until the vision returned to normal.
Yeah, but you still should.
I could be on the beach.
You still can.
I know.
I still would have rung anyway, even if it went away. It lasted maybe like 15, 20 minutes, maybe a bit longer.
It did last quite a while. Which,
yeah, maybe half an hour, I don't know. No, not half an hour. Anyway, hopefully the update is that I've gone in and everything's fine, and it's not that I have to stay overnight or that baby is coming, because I don't want that right now.
If the next clip is Pizza Hut, then you'll know what's happened.
Yes. We're at Pizza Hut, which means everything's all good. They did a CTG, never had that before. They like put all the wraps on your belly. Baby's heart rate fine, blood pressure fine, everything's fine. Doctor said it's probably just one of those weird things. Migraine without the headache. Who knows, but nice to check. Nice to be reassured. It's 9 PM though, so we're going to get Pizza Hut, and I really hope that they are still open. I was so paranoid because it's 9. I'm like, is the kitchen going to have closed at 9 or something? I'm so hungry. But it was kind of nice seeing baby's heartbeat, and yeah, we're not far off now. I don't know what this vlog is. I don't have a vlog planned, but maybe this could be like a compilation of the next couple of weeks, bits and pieces pre-baby arriving, and yeah, we'll see. I'm picking up the camera because I don't know if I'm going to labour or not. Having never done it before, I have no idea what it feels like. But right now, or today, I've been having period-like pain in my lower back. And I know that can be just your body preparing for labour. I'm 38 weeks plus 2. So this could just be normal sort of stretching of the uterus, or just my body preparing in that way. Or it could be going into labour. I literally don't know. I have no idea, no way of knowing, and I don't feel ready. I feel a bit panicked because it feels early, because I expected to make it to full term, like 40 weeks, though I know 37 weeks, or yeah, 37 weeks is considered full term. I kind of expected to make it all the way. I thought she was going to be late, but I've been trying to like track the pain I've been feeling. So earlier in the day this morning, I had kind of like a sort of sharp pain in my lower tummy. I've had a bit of a stressful day, so I just kind of put it down to that. And then at some point today, I had pain in my upper thighs, which I do get on my period. And then at 3:30, I had lower back pains, like period pains. I had it again at 4:15 and again at 5:30. So now it's obviously 10 to 6. So if it does happen in an hour, again at the same kind of interval, I will ring triage, ring my midwife, and also message my doula, because then I'm thinking that seems to have some kind of consistency to the pain, which yeah, could escalate or might not. I think that's part of it, is that you just don't know. But here we are, this could be the beginning, or maybe this is the beginning and then I update you in 2 weeks' time when I'm actually having the baby. I frantically, when I started to have the period pain twice, I cleaned this kitchen like a maniac, and I realised that our water birth thing, what's it called? Pool. I hadn't unpacked it, so I unpacked it and I put it in its bag so that it's ready, because it was in its packaging. And I was like, if we're going to set that up, that's one little thing left to do. So at least the kitchen's tidy, because I'm giving birth in here, if all goes to plan. And yeah, Alex is on his way home. Who knows what's going to happen. I feel quite nervous. I don't feel like I'm in the right frame of mind right now for this, because it feels early, and because, like I said, I've had quite a stressful day. I want to be able to harness everything I've learnt with the preparation for birth to calm myself down. Right now I feel a bit like, oh, so that's just some reality for you. So hopefully if it does escalate and I do start having more contractions, that kind of stuff, then I will be able to draw on that calm, because right now I don't feel that, but maybe that's normal. Anyway, I'll update you. I'm just bouncing on my pregnancy ball. Good morning. It's been, I think, a week or two since that last clip of us going to the hospital. Baby is still not here. I'm still very much pregnant. My due date hasn't arrived yet. I'm basically prepared for the time before baby comes. So I pre-filmed, and I had the time to sort of nest, rest, sort my life out, and have a kind of break before baby arrives. But then I also kind of anticipated that I might pick the camera up after that in the wait period, because I really would like to see, or be able to look back on this time, like this sort of week, 2 weeks around before baby's born, because they could come tomorrow, or they could not be here for another 2 weeks or so. Yeah, I mean, due date is in under a week, which is wild to me. It's that interim where I kind of want to do nice things with Alex in the sunshine, if the sun appears, maybe get down to Newlyn to do some bits, enjoy being in the nursery. That's what I've been doing this morning. I was writing up my birth plan, which I should have done before now, but I've left to the last minute. And I've written that, but I need to do my sort of plan B. Yeah, just have a nice week and just try to enjoy this like last period before she comes, because I don't know what to expect. I'm so, I guess, in the world of being pregnant and being a new mum, which I am very aware, like some of you are probably not into that, and I know that some of you are not into that. I can see it from the views in my videos at the minute. It's not for everyone, but it's just, I suppose, if you have been pregnant, or you are a mum, or if you're currently pregnant, you know that it takes over your whole life, and it's all you can think about, especially in those, like that proper lead up. There is literally nothing else I'm thinking about. I would like to just do some nice things this week. I'd really like to go for a swim. I'd like to get outside with Roxy on some maybe dog walks. I'd like to go to the cinema with Alex, because that might be one of the last times, and go out for like a last supper, a last meal with him. Yeah, just have a really nice relaxing week. I have been properly just trying to switch off really, and it has been good. But I thought I'd give you a little nursery update, because it looks so much nicer in here now. I know that I'm going to want to add lots as time goes on. I still have to hang a shelf which maybe I could ask Alex to do with me this week, or depending on what we're doing today or tomorrow. Someone kindly just messaged me on Instagram saying they'd send me these gorgeous like duck prints, so I'm excited to hang those. But I've just got to collect like some books and things, and obviously there's space in here. I like that it's not cluttered to begin with, so that over time, as obviously she gets older and I get more toys for her and things for her, there's space in here to fill it out. But let me show you what it's looking like now, because I don't think it's going to change much before she gets it, unless I hang the shelf, and I'll show you that. So we have got my emergency hospital bags because I'm having a home birth, but it's good to have these, and also just have the things all in one place that I need postpartum as well. So that's there. We have my lovely chair that is the same chair that was in here already. This is from Facebook. And so is that pillow, actually, a lovely little embroidered pillow and a blanket. And on this bedside table, I've got Harry Potter and I've got the Jane Austen 7 novels books. I just thought maybe if I sit here, I don't know, maybe I'm like romanticising things, but if I did sit here to feed, I can read those books aloud to her. Or maybe that's just way too big, that Jane Austen book. It looks nice, and there's a little cuddly toy there. But it's kind of like a nice cosy corner for me and Alex to use. And then I showed you last time that we had bought this gorgeous chest of drawers that's now full of her clothes, ready to go. Lots of secondhand bits, her little cheeky wipes, like muslins, breast pads, nappies. And then I got this on Mabel and Fox, just like a changing mat. I liked that it was like wipeable, and it's got that kind of dip in the middle, and I can probably just use this wherever. I need to hang this on the back of the door, and I also want to hang one over on the wardrobe. The bed is looking very cozy. We kept the bed in this room because in the future, don't know what the sleeping situation will be, whether she'll be a good sleeper or not, but it gives us a space to be in with her if we need to. Lots of you said don't get rid of the bed, it'll be very useful in the future, so we'll keep it here until she's a child, and then we can have her own bed, maybe a smaller bed than this or something. I put the blanket from our bedroom in here because it's summer and I'm taking it off every day and don't need it, so I'll get one for us or for in here later, but that's just in here for now because it looks very fitting. And then these two cuddly toys, I think this one was mine and this one was Alex's, and it's got a little cuddly toy inside, so everything is like from our childhood, which is quite cute. Same as over here, like this teddy bear was Alex's teddy bear, and then all these books are from my mum, and then this was Alex's. I made this. This actually needs to be pushed back, it's fallen. And then we have me feeling very, very, very pregnant, 39 weeks, 39 plus 1. Little dress and little teddy bear hanging here. I've gone mad for the teddy bears, but in the wardrobe we've got all of her clothes. I've been very lucky to get lots of secondhand clothes, hand-me-downs from my sister, which is good because I've got so many filled out in the wardrobe and cupboard. And then there's just extra toys and bits in here, like our carrier. I've got some wicker baskets up here. This one is like a nappy caddy. So we've got like a changing mat, muslins, nappies, and then you can just take it around the house. I'm sure it will live downstairs. We've got my breastfeeding pillow, and then yesterday had a delivery. This is a wicker basket, which I don't know what I'll use for, but I've just put this in here, the Madeleine breast pump. So this is the wearable breast pump, the storage bags, the milk collector, and then some nice little bits like nipple balm and oil. So I will report back. I want to breastfeed, but also I feel like pumping is a great option, so I have some flexibility with breastfeeding, so Alex can be feeding baby too, and I can be going out, or, you know, as time goes on, there's more flexibility with pumping as well. So I'll have to see how I get on with this and report back, but that's very kind of them to send. And then over here you can see where Zeus has been sleeping this morning. We have our Moses basket, and then this shelving unit that I really want to hang up here. I kind of want to paint it, but also maybe not. Maybe I could just hang it and see what it feels like with just the wood for like toys and books and things. And then in the corner we've got some more little cuddly toys, and just feeling very cozy. It's a really nice relaxing room that I can come into, and it's not like overly full or anything. Like, I've looked at lots of pictures on Pinterest and sort of fantasized about my nursery, and I think that it will kind of develop as she lives here because for now she's just a little baby, so she won't really be in here, to be honest. She'll be in with us in the bedroom. And we have a next to me snooze pod, which we actually need to set up. That's quite important. So I've just plonked it next to our bed, but it needs to be raised so it's the right height, and then it can go next to the bed next to me. And in here I've just got bits I need to sort. Like my friend gave me this hypnobirthing course that she did. I've been trying to collect colostrum. I've managed to get 2 syringes. This is a B-day that this company has sent us, which has nothing to do with baby. Need to try that one out. And then under here there's like loads of space. So I've got like a big basket there for nappies, so I can do the changes. And then this is the monitor we went for, the Cubo AI monitor, so we need to set that up too. So maybe that could be something we do this week. I've been feeling mixed emotions of anticipation, nervousness, excitement, bit of anxiety and depression thrown in there, but I just feel like that's just all the emotions, all the hormones. I've been keeping up with my stretches, which I have a video where I did like a kind of self-care pregnancy video, so you can watch that to see the stretches I do every day. And I've been like moisturising. I actually have stretch marks on my belly now. They've appeared in the last like 2 weeks. I thought, oh, I've been one of those women who didn't get stretch marks, and now they're pretty fearsome at the bottom of my stomach. I'm very out of breath, having to constantly stop. I look like I've got lip injections. Yeah, I'll just have a lovely week with you. I think I'm just going to pick the camera up whenever and spend a lovely week with you, just doing nice things and enjoying this stage of our lives and embracing it until she arrives. As a part of nesting as well, we swapped our set of drawers from upstairs down here, and then the one that was here is going to go to Newlyn. And this looks so much better, you know, all the shoes underneath, but just really suits the space a million times better, and I'm so happy with it. And there's way more storage too, so that was like a little thing that we were doing when we were organising. And the kitchen is feeling lovely. We've got our water birthing pool here. Please ignore how dirty that is. Roxy sleeps on there. This is the one that I got. It is Birth Pool in a Box Company. And I decided to buy one because I want another child, and if this goes well with a water birth, I'll probably do it again in a water birth. And it wasn't that much more to buy versus rent, so I just figured let's buy it. So that's all ready to go. And the plan is to have the baby in this room because it's the biggest space for us to kind of set up the pool. Good morning, it's another morning. Roxy's in the back, belted up, and we are heading to Croissants. We went there the other day and they had a restaurant there that I've not eaten at, and it was buzzing, but we got there too late and they closed the kitchens really quite early. I wonder if it's like a rule in the area, because it was the same at the other restaurant. They stopped like doing the kitchen at like 8 and the other one stopped at like 7. So we're going there today because I was looking at the menu and I was like fantasizing about the food on there, and I knew that one of the things I want to do before giving birth is go out to eat, because we've not been out to eat in so long. So we're going to do that, take Roxy. We were going to go in the sea, and then I decided I really don't fancy it. Just not feeling it today, and I'm trying to listen to my body. I'm feeling very pregnant. I feel like my face is inflating, my lips are, and my like chin, I can see it in my face how heavily pregnant I am, that kind of like blown up look. And I have so much pelvic pressure that it feels, yeah, feels like, reminds me of the first trimester actually, the kind of, I feel really hungry but also sick, really tired. It's a similar feeling, so could be any day, or it could be 2 weeks from now. Who knows? I was just reading my positive birth book, and it was talking about things like induction and all the different options and home births and stuff. Really recommend the book. It's very empowering and very helpful when you feel panicked and stressed, because that is kind of, I'm getting to that point where I'm feeling a bit like I'm about to give birth, what's gonna happen, which I didn't really feel like for the whole pregnancy, and now I'm feeling it, which I'm sure is normal. Oh no, this branch has fallen down. Mr. Robot Mirror's doing his thing. We still love this guy. The garden has taken a hit. I've been neglecting it. So the wisteria and the creeper is growing out onto the patio. But one guy, look at Zeus. This is his spot that he sleeps. It's so cute. The weather is so nice. When we came back from the beach, I had a little nap outside, then it got too hot, and then I've just been napping in bed. Now we're going to go to the supermarket because I want to do like a snack run for like labour and postpartum. Just some like cakey bits, fun bits, sour sweets, maybe some nice drinks, and I'm gonna like make sure I don't touch them. I'm a bit worried that I will end up eating them. But I'm gonna try and put them separate so they're saved for labour and afterwards. So let's go. This is new. Coconut yogurt and granola. That's quite neat. Protein. That's new too. I will always be so sad that they stopped doing the passion fruit flavour of this yogurt because it was my favourite thing on the planet. Maybe I'll get, yeah, strawberry. For any of you who don't live in the UK, here's our Tesco meat-free section. It's pretty huge. All of this, like the meats, the burgers, chicken, steaks, ready meals, sausages, snacks, rustlers, like little one-pot meal deals, falafels, and then like sandwichy stuff. Pretty good selection. These ones are so good. Do you want this? Ooh. I'm going for a sausage and bacon sandwich the day after. Some pretty good vegan pizzas here actually. This looks fun. Can't decide if I want that or this because it's like thin. I'll do like a thin pizza. I'm going for this, Dr. Oetker. Got so much vegan stuff in the frozen section too. Look how cute. Popcorn chicken. I had no idea they did chocolate fudge brownie vegan. This used to be my favourite flavour.
Yes.
What? Vegan cheese. This is my favourite one. We're home. That was such a fun food shop because normally you obviously when you do your food shop you're buying ingredients for meals. This was just purely for snacks and fun food. So I got a bouquet of roses just to make the house feel nice this week, and there's lots of lovely colours there. So I also got some chips because chips has been...
When we bought these, we didn't realise they were open.
I ate some in the car. Chips because this is my ultimate pregnancy craving, and we can have them. I feel like my first meal after giving birth I will want pizza and chips, so we each got pizza. I think I said this in my Foods I Eat Every Week video that I don't like vegan frozen pizzas very much. I don't really ever have them. We always make them at home, but this is obviously very convenient, and I don't know if I've tried this one, so that will be very easy just to shove this in the oven. And Alex got this one, which actually looks pretty great. Vegan takeaway stuffed crust. So that'll be our post-birth meal, just to shove things in. Alex got these from Lidl because we popped into Lidl as well. I wanted to get their rainbow sweets because they're my favourite, but they didn't have them, so he got me these instead because I've heard that sour sweets are helpful when in labour for, I guess, a kind of distraction to sort of suck on because it's a strong flavour. And I have used that. That is a quite a good hack as well if you have anxiety. If you ever have a panic attack or you feel one coming on, have a sour sweet or an ice cube. Really, really helps. Picked up these because I just wanted them anyway. Haven't had them in ages actually, but fancied them. Got some McCoy's crisps for snacks as well, just lots of convenience food. I got some biscuits because we'll have midwives at the house, so I don't know where the other ones are, but got some oat biscuits so that I can have like some biscuits on the side with some tea, so I don't have to worry. I know that they've got some snacks to enjoy and I can just say help yourself. Alex got opal fruit. I'm imagining he got these for the car. Interesting. These were on offer. We're having pizza tomorrow, homemade pizza. And this is the Squeaky Bean cooking chorizo style sausage. Squeaky Bean does the best meat alternatives. They're so good. They're so, so good. Got some mushrooms for my pizza tomorrow. I never buy these things. This is so fun. This, I don't think I've had Ben & Jerry's in years. I'm not much of an ice cream person, but I didn't realise they did this flavour, and Alex was laughing because he's like, they've literally had that flavour for years. But I just don't buy ice cream. I don't know why. But I fancied it this time. Alex got these That's Nuts salt and vinegar. I got a smoothie, which will stay in date, hopefully. The date's pretty far away. Yeah, the date's not till September. So this will be like a nice refreshing drink to have if I'm like craving something refreshing. I got a watermelon. I'm gonna have that this week because I just really want a watermelon because all I want is fruit. These biscuits I used to always get and I'd completely forgotten about them. So some great biscuits. These are the dark chocolate one. They're probably my favourite vegan biscuits and they're so, so good. And then some Sour Patch watermelon. These were on offer. And again, great, hopefully, if I need something like to distract me to suck on. Then I fancied these because it's so hot. We both had one in the car. The Rowntree's watermelon and mango. I've never had them and they're really nice. So definitely recommend those. Also got 2 lots of socks because I realised we don't have socks. I think the original reason for that was because it's summer. So I was like, well, she needs socks. But sometimes it isn't the warmest. Like some days it is like a bit more 15 to 20 degrees, or in the house it's not as warm, so I feel like socks are always needed. How cute are these? So sweet. Got some popcorn chicken. Again, a nice little freezer snack that can just be shoved in the oven as something to eat. And then my post, I think I showed you this in the actual shop, my post birth meal, if the next day for breakfast I want Alex to make me a sausage and bacon sandwich, which will be delicious. And again, this can be shoved in the air fryer and just put together really easily, so that'll be yummy. And I got loads of strawberries because they were on offer, and fruit is all I want at the minute. And then we also got classic Rowntree's fruit pastels just to stock up on icy lollies, because if the day I go into labour it's really hot, lollies will be good. Lollies will be good. And then we never buy bread actually, but I've got a big loaf of tiger bread because Alex normally makes us a loaf of bread every week, but if it's kind of the end of the week where the bread's running out, this can go in the freezer. I'm going to chop it up and put it in the freezer so we have the bread ready to go. Or actually, no, I'm not going to chop it up. No, I'll just put it straight in the freezer and then we can just defrost it. So that would be lovely. Is this a thing that people do? Do people go and do like a food shop for snacks and food afterwards, all the fun foods that they want, enjoyable foods? Please let me know if people do this, because this was, I guess, something I really wanted to do. Look how beautiful our roses are. They're starting to come out. This is actually a lovely bouquet. Very simple and lovely. I'm just chilling, waiting for Alex. We're going to go to Newlyn, so I don't know how much I'll pick up the camera today, but later we might go to the St Ives Brewery Food Festival, or Festival. Alex said that's happening, so that could be cute. I'm finding it funny to vlog, I don't know why, because it's like nothing's happening. I'm kind of working, but I'm kind of not, because this is kind of work. I'm kind of like dipping in and out, but I have nothing to do, which is a bit of a weird one for me, because I really struggle with letting myself to rest and slow down. And I know I have to do it because it's what's going to help baby come, all the oxytocin, but I am finding myself in the morning being a bit like, well, what do I do? And it's probably a good lesson for me actually that I do need to like have this time just to not do anything and relax. And obviously I'm going to Newlyn today. We're going to be doing some renovation stuff and there's always things that I'm doing. Yeah, I'm really trying to just embrace this time of chilling and have both in there, because I do struggle with that. And yesterday we had a properly chilled day, probably the first properly chilled day at all, even though technically I've kind of been on maternity leave. I've got my Naked Generation dress on. These have been my favourite dresses for pregnancy because the material is so soft. They're so floaty. I love the patterns. They're so comfortable. I haven't had to buy like maternity dresses for the purpose of this because they all have floaty, billowy arms. And I found that some of my floaty dresses, they have normal sized arms And I guess I've gained weight on my kind of back or like my upper or my boobs. So it obviously means that that area is tight, whereas these are all like floaty, so there's no issue. I really recommend, if you are pregnant, to check out Naked Generation. They're an amazing Cornish brand. And I've had their dresses for years and I love them. They're still such good quality. This one I did rip a hole in the armpit, but that's my fault. But I adore them. And they're hand printed in India. It's time to do a little bit of gardening because these beds have been really left to just fall apart a little bit. And it's such a gorgeous day. And I really have an urge. It's gonna be nice to spend a bit of time outside. Good morning. I thought I was going into labour this morning because I had period pains when I woke up at like 5:30 in my lower back and my thighs, and they've kind of died down. This could be like the beginning of things, or it could just be that I have this for the next week or so, because I know lots of women in late pregnancy have these kinds of sort of Braxton Hicks or period pains, and it comes and goes and they have false starts, so who knows. But we're at Penrose for a nice doggy walk, and Roxy's just been to the vet to have her bottom. I'm not even going to tell you, it's something that some dogs have to have. But yeah, feeling very heavy, and I know that walking really helps, so we're going to go for a nice walk and just relax a bit. Oh my gosh, she's literally pooing right next to the dog poo bin. She doesn't want to leave my side. You don't want to leave me. You want to make sure I'm coming, don't you, Bobby? Roxy, you don't want to go anywhere if I'm still. That's so cute. I've said it quite a few times before, but if you do come to this area of Cornwall near Helston, Penrose is such a perfect place to visit, no matter who you are or whether you're with family or alone, because there's so many basically walks around Penrose National Trust. We usually park at the Helston car park that's opposite like the playground and the lake. Walk on the path, you can cycle, you can walk, and then you can go to the National Trust cafe. This is literally running down the hill. Or you can start further up at the actual National Trust car park and go down, and it's a bit quicker to get to the cafe from there. There's a garden there, and then you can also go to Porthleven and walk back. You can go both directions basically to a place called Low Bar, which is a beach where there's like I guess it's called Low Bar because it's where there's like a sandbar. You can't swim there because the way that the sand suddenly drops down, it's very deep and dangerous and everything. But there's a coastal path, so you can walk from Low Bar to Porthleven. You can go from Helston all the way to Porthleven if you want to. So it can be like a lovely long coastal path walk. And it's just one of my favourite places because it's so pretty. There's so many different walks by the coast. Porthleven has great food, and we always come here because it's just ideal. Also ideal for Roxy off lead because it's safe. There's nowhere for her to. No roads. This has made me more excited than you can know. First sign of autumn. I know blackberries are like late summer, but like, oh my gosh, this makes me feel like it's autumn. Look at them. Good afternoon. I've just been charity shopping with, well, I did it on my own. Alex went to the dump. It's a mix of bits for me and for the cottage, so I thought I would show you. This I think was from British Heart Foundation. Gorgeous little Spanish vase. I love these kinds of things. We're kind of just trying to collect a few nice things to put on shelves and sides, and charity shops are so good for that. I think that was £8.50. This is really pretty and very seasidey, and it's a Scotland Aviemore pottery. Look how gorgeous this is. And that was £10. I thought that would look gorgeous in the living room. And I just loved how slim the top was, just so pretty. I got this little pouch for like, I think it was a 50p or £1. I couldn't quite believe it because a few weeks ago when I was ordering some baby bits, I saw pouches with this kind of pattern on some of the baby websites like Mabel and Fox, and other websites for like, I guess, your nappy bag, where you can put separate things in. So you can obviously just put this in your handbag even. You can put some nappies in there, some wipes, nappy cream, that kind of thing. And it's like nice to have pouches just for that kind of use, or just like for makeup and stuff. But I think I'm gonna use it for baby things. The brand is the Jolly House, and I just thought so cheap, so I got myself that. And then we got some games. This is not the most exciting charity shop haul, but we got some games for the cottage. So this is Pub Quiz, the Garden Shed puzzle. They had loads of puzzles in all the charity shops. A nice vintage Scrabble, which I kind of want to keep myself, but it's perfect for the cottage. And then Ludo, which is also very pretty, the packaging. I don't think this is vintage, but the style, they've kept it like the old school. This book is for me. It's called The Little Madeleine, obviously because my name's Madeleine. And when I opened it, it says, by Mrs. Robert Henry, this is the story of my girlhood. No fact has been altered. Each character bears his or her own name. And I just thought at least it's got my name. It's very cool. And then I was going to get more books for the cottage, but I was by myself, so I couldn't really carry too much. But this I thought was very sweet. Elephant's Birthday Party, and it's kind of like a vintage kids book because it's got illustrations in there. And I thought I could have a few books in the bunk bed room for children to have a look at, or mums and dads to read to their kids, because obviously they'll probably bring their own stuff, but some new bits and pieces is always good, the novelty of that. And then I got this lovely plant pot, because plant pots in garden centres are very expensive, and this was only £3, so I can put a plant in there, and I love the stripes. So that's my mini charity shop haul. Everything was very cheap. I feel like I probably only spent about £30. I'm feeling very out of breath, feeling very pregnant. There were women in the charity shop were like, "You're very pregnant," and I was like, yes I am. But I'm gonna say goodbye in this vlog. I know that this, I edited this back and I realised in this video all I've talked about is being pregnant, thinking I'm going into labour. I know so many of you probably just don't have an interest in it. I feel bad, but it's obviously my vlogs and my life, so that's what's going on with me. And any mum out there or anyone who has been through it, you know at this stage the last like 4 weeks are intense in that way, and it's all that goes through your mind, and it is just a waiting game, and it is, yeah, it's quite intense. The feeling, my stretch marks are getting quite intense as well, which I'm trying not to get upset by, because I know my brain is like, what does it matter, they're just stretch marks. But then my like the brain rot that I've been delivered from society is like, oh my god, you don't want stretch marks, that's going to look horrendous. But I've always been susceptible to stretch marks. When I've gained weight and lost weight, I've got them all over my body, so I kind of expected it. And you know, it's part of growing a baby, so it is what it is. I can't change it. Feeling just, yeah, feeling very heavy and ready. I feel like she's dropped. Every single day it's heavier, and I think it's going to happen imminently. So I'm just going to end this vlog and spend the next days soaking up all the oxytocin, watching Disney films, eating good food, relaxing, sleeping, reading books, and getting into that proper bubble. So I'll see you either with a Newland vlog that I've pre-filmed or when baby's here and I've had some time off. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you aren't already subscribed, because I know some of you aren't, make sure you're subscribed so you have updates, and follow me on Instagram because I might update there quicker than YouTube because this takes more effort. So I might update, I don't know how I'll feel. I might kind of like share what's going on with me in the newborn phase over on Instagram before I start uploading on here again. Anyway, I will see you on the other side.